Well, hello everyone. Just a little talk actually about two things. One of them actually happened this weekend, and another one actually is a comment that somebody sent me over another video that I did, and I kind of have to perhaps reword my first initial statement or statement. It was a video called Harley Davidson, the best in the world. He wrote the following statement. This is from, and I'm looking at it over here on my screen, which is a little too bright. Something I. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. He wrote, Harley Davidson XR 1200X is the answer. Just a 4-year production run, factory modified air-cooled 1,200cc engine at 91 horsepower. Actually good handling, stopping, and not one piece of chrome, flames, or skulls to be seen. All its suspension was made by Showa in Japan. Even the wheels are made by Enkai in Japan. Very, very fun bike. Now, this thing is about Harley Davidson. There was actually a point, and I don't know if I mentioned it in the last video, where I said I was even considering buying one. Going back to 2019, when I saw the first pictures of the Harley Davidson Bronx. Now, we kind of know what happened with that. First, the production was delayed, and then they were canceling it, and only introduced the Pan America. Now, there's a bit of a rumor that started last year that they perhaps will come out with the Bronx again. And when I was visiting the Harley Davidson dealership here in Taipei, where I know a few people there, they asked me, do I like the Pan America, and did I like the Bronx? And I said, yes. The only reason why I liked it is because it's not liked by the Harley Davidson fanboys. Now, you know the types. There's different Harley Davidson riders, okay? You have the fanboys, which, of course, Harley Davidson can never do anything wrong. They just can't. They can put a piece of dung on wheels and they will still love it. They just love anything Harley Davidson. They can do nothing wrong. Okay? Then you have the second group, who are motorcycle fans. They wanted the Harley Davidson. They like it, and they find it a fun bike. And then you have the third group, which I call the posers. The posers, you know, doctors, lawyers, accountants, dentists, who on the weekend dress up in their Harley Davidson paraphernalia with the fake tattoos and pretend to be bad boys. I just cannot stand them, and sometimes I see them when riding around Taipei. So, yes, the Pan America and the Bronx. So I said to them, actually, I like the Pan America. I'm not in love with it, but I like it. As for the Bronx, well, that is a bike that I was actually considering until I heard that they were going to be canceling the project and canceled it altogether. Now, the rumor, like I said, is that perhaps they're bringing it back. We don't know, but we'll find out. And it is actually a Harley Davidson that I like. And as I said to the Harley guys here in Taipei, I said the only reason why I like it, because I know that the Harley Davidson fanboys don't like it. That is the only reason. But it's also a pretty cool looking bike. You'll see a picture of it right here. And I'm making sure I'm pointing in the right place. You'll see a picture of it right here. Anyway, on to the next topic. The weather in Taipei has been absolutely horrendous. Was horrendous, I should say, because the weather now is starting to get better. We're going out of our rainy season into a very nice spring. And I've been able to get in quite a bit of riding recently. And one of the most boring things ever, of course, is riding on a freeway or expressway. It's just boring because you're just going straight line, trying to get to your place. It's like nothing really changes. So if I go somewhere and there's a mountain road to get to that destination and I'm in not much time, not much of a hurry, that is, I like to take the mountain roads. The problem, though, on the weekends is, well, when people say Sunday drivers, that's when the Sunday drivers all seem to come out. So I was going for a very nice ride on Sunday. And initially, I was only going to do like a 50 kilometer, 70 kilometer jaunt, but it actually turned into 230 kilometers because I was just enjoying it so much. And going through the mountains, really nice ride. But then, at one point, now, if you don't have a motorcycle, let me put it in terms you can understand. Have you ever been on a road and in front of you is somebody pulling a caravan? Yes. Now, somebody wasn't pulling a caravan. The speed limit was 60. you can actually go a little bit faster in some areas. They were doing 35 and then 40. And then when a car would be coming on the opposite lane and going in the other direction, they would even slam on the brakes and slow down even further. In the curves, they would slow down even further. I was behind a few other cars, and I could look at my rear view mirror and I can see probably about 10 or 15. The problem, you might say, is why don't you just pass him? Well, passing him was a little bit tricky because it was a double yellow line and it was on a curvy mountain road, so you couldn't see what was coming in the opposite direction. Finally, I did manage to pass him, and this is something actually that is quite fun sometimes and actually happens in the motorcycle community, is you can come across some riders who you've never met before and thought, oh, let's go play in the mountain road. So that's exactly what we did. We came to a stoplight, and we just drove on a bit, and we're kind of just waving at each other. And we got to another stoplight, and we kind of gave each other a nod and said, let's have some fun for the next little bit. So, yeah, it was actually pretty good. But slow drivers, oh, please. If the speed is 60, please go 60. You can go 65, and you could even go 70. Don't go 35. They're just holding everybody up. And if you feel how I do about what I just mentioned about Harley Davidson before, or you have some other thoughts, leave them in the comments section below. Anyway, have a good week. We'll see you in a few days, I hope. I'm working on another video right now. I haven't finished editing it yet, but hopefully it'll be ready soon. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you soon. Bye-bye.